So welcome back everybody, welcome back to, morning drawings. So today we're going to be working on the bottom part here, and then hopefully, we are able to finish that off. So that we have everything under control. So let's get started on this bad boy. Yes, that's indeed what I'm going to be doing. No, yes, there you go. So the idea here is that, the idea is that we are able to get these things up and running. So these little blobs. We need to figure out how to get them correctly done. So that's the idea. Let's see which one it is. First we need to switch this back to this one right here. Yes. Yes, there you go. Alright. Now please. Yeah. No. So if we remove this, that will remove everything. Right? So which one then removes those? No. 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 Ah, there you go. This one. And I need to put that into a different layer. So I need to put this into a group so that we have this there. Alright, cool. Now I actually need to find out where the other part is. So we need to figure out these things, where the spikes are. It's supposed to be beneath this, right? Yes, they are in this one. Oh, they're in this group. Nice. So this is the layer that we need to have. Alright. Time to add some more of those spikes that we need to have, because we have more places where we need to put those spikes in anyway. Which is good. Don't get me wrong here. Spikes are always good. Just getting the amount of spikes is necessary is but the idea is that we are, having more of these spikes to get better effect on the thing right here. So alright, and that should be it, right? Yes, that should be it. Cool. Now I only need to make sure that I have these things correctly made. So yeah, we're just gonna be adding these little, little spikes into it, and then use the same effect on the same time. Oh, no, there you go. So now we're gonna go for the this one right here. We need that. So now we're gonna add some textures to it. So we need to lower this down to 3, I believe. Yes, 3. So the effect here is just, drawing these lines into the drawing itself, get these spikes into the right formation. This actually creates lots of fun effects to it. So we have like 2 tick draws and then yes, awesome. A bit more better. Alright, now we need to get the color up and running, so that is This one? No. This one. Yes. So first we're gonna pick up the normal color for these things. So I just did pick up the color that we need. This color was the normal color. Yes. Awesome. Get back to the simple line. Yep. Simple tick line. Oh, that doesn't work. One. Forgot I need to put it on this one. So this is the first color that we're gonna go for. And the main idea here is that we're adding the spikes so that we can then implement then the art style for the how do you say that? We need to get this thing fixed, but before we can do that, we need to actually have these spikes on it. Otherwise, it will look silly. That's our main problem. I cannot have that silly look to it. So now that we've done that, we now need to add the second color to it, which is this one. It's the light color. Interesting. So that's what the effect does. Right. Cool. Now we can go back to the place that we were before. That is this one. No. Yes. So now we need to actually go back to this one right here. Yeah. Alright. Now we're gonna go to the place where we picked up those things, and now we're gonna add a new line color to it. So we're gonna go for black again. Yep. I'm gonna add some line coloring to it, or well, texture to it. Hmm. Is this the right way to do it? That's the question. Is this the right way to do it so that we are able to get this thing up and running? Hmm. Hmm. Is this the right way to do it? Like this? Probably yes. And then light, then using highlights and delights to get the whole damn thing up and running. Yeah. I think that's a good way to start, at least, you know, for most of it. Just need to make sure that I have everything under control here. So do I want that kind of effect? Yes, maybe. Yes, I do. That is actually quite a cool effect. Don't mind if I take that, and don't mind if I steal that for myself. Hehe. Alright. Nice. Jump back again here. Most of this is just gonna be, you know, regular, just, you know, me figuring out how to texture this into the right amount. Which might take some time because, you know, it is figuring out textures. And textures are quite sometimes very hard to do. Especially when it comes to, you know, these big giant skill things. And then now I can do this to create the cardinal. Yeah. See? Easy. Alright. Let's continue. So the main problem here is that, you know, we're trying to get this thing up and running in the correct in the, well, I'm trying to get this texture correctly, and that does take some time. I mean, obviously, you know, it might not look like much now, but in the end it will look good. I just need to get everything under control. Like this. Yep. All right. Cool. Next one. Nice. Now I can just cut it all out. Well, not cutting it out, I mean just casually being able to get to from point B, A to point B. Just striping it in. So this effect actually creates the crocodilian hide effect. That is quite cool. It does create this effect. It is important. So if we now look at this, that looks already much better than the you know, Blanco ones. And the Blanco ones are, you know, intriguing to look at, but they feel a little bit empty. So yeah, it does look way better. Once we add the color to it, then it will look even better. I assume. It's quite important that we know, oh well, that we know what we're gonna do. So that's good. Now we can just add. If this works, then I'm very happy upon this. Nice. Now I only need this. Alright. Put this again like that. Once this is all done, you know, it'll look oh beautiful. I just need to get this thing up and running. And yeah, textures are a really important thing to do. And you know, I might not be the expert at it, but you know, I'll get to it. I'll get better at it. And you know, I really like this texture for it, so I'll keep it. And that's why I like it. So let's see if it works. Nice. So that worked. Now I need to get this one up and running. Now we have done that. Now we can add texture again to it. Of course, you know, the texture does look very different than the texture that we are using on this one, but it does create the effect, I guess. It does create the crocodilian hide effect, which we actually want to implement. If I'm correct, it will create it eventually, but I need to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. And then, you know, once we add the color to it, it actually will work even better, because then we can add, you know, and then once the lighting on it is gonna be also superior, then, well, yeah, that will work. That will work. That will definitely. So yeah. I don't need to worry about anything here. I just need to make sure that I have everything that I want under control. So I want this right there, and then like this. Awesome. And now, once that is done, I can now get the texture in again. Boom, baby. A lot of repetitive work, but you know, we have all the time of the world, so I don't mind. This is doable. This is so doable. The main issue I always have with these things is like, you know, we're trying to get this thing done from point A to point B, but once I get to point C, you know, things are gonna go really wonky, and I don't want that. I don't want to have a wonky business. So yeah, it's gonna be lovely seeing how much stuff I need to do here. It's quite funny how much, you know, stuff actually needs to be done if you consider how much, you know, I'm at. I'm just working at the let's see. I'm working on the neck, and I still need to do a lot of work because, you know, I'm still not done with the clothing, I'm not done with the positioning, the hands, and all that stuff. So we're just working on the headpiece, and we're not even done with the rest. Which is quite impressive how much, you know, we already have done, because, you know, it is like, you know, it's a big giant head, and we're not even done with this part right here. So once we're done with this, I will then stop and then get to make a new map and then make a new layer, so that we have this part, this positioning part right here done, and then we can then move on to the next parts. Oh man, those things look actually quite cool. Nice. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. It's much better than just, you know, casual nothingness like this part over here. So yeah, I must say I really like the texture style on this one, on these little things, which is good. That means that I'm actually doing a great. That means I'm actually doing a good job here. That means that I did the texturing correctly. That means that, you know, I made the texture look unique. I made sure that the texture looks not too much different from the other parts, but I made it looking unique. Therefore, you know, it creates this effect that makes it like, yeah, these are thick plates. These are the plates that, you know, are on top of the big skills. So, hooray on my part. Hooray on me. So yeah, boop 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 boop. But yeah, it will take like me probably, I don't know, 2 hours to work on this. Probably. We're already in only 24 minutes, so technically I'm actually doing a quite good job on time progress as well. So I'm not wasting too much time here. Nice, I'm not wasting too much time. That's good. That means that I'm actually making progress really quick, and then I can, well, technically I also need to color it in, so only texturing takes 24 minutes or more. Well, that is decent. That's doable. That's a doable place. That's a doable thing I can do. I now need to find out where I need to put this, so probably and then crossed again. Yeah. Easy. Nice. It's quite cool that all these things are like, oh, yeah, they look good. I really like how the textures are working out right now. Even though it might not look like a lot of things that I am doing, I'm actually improving upon that. There you go. Fixing that part up. Yes. Alright. Cool. Now get this part here done. I must say, this is indeed a little bit exhausting work. Well, exhausting work because of the amount of stuff I need to do. My handling is sometimes a little bit off, and also I can feel it in my hands, like oh, it does create a lot of pressure on your hands. So if you do this, you should definitely not do it for more than 2 hours. If you do it more than 2 hours, then well, cramp is gonna be a thing that's gonna be happening definitely, indefinitely, yes. And well, it sucks if you have cramps, because cramps are indeed a very annoying piece of garbage. A piece of garbage that you don't want to deal with. Yep. So, how do I prevent, those cramps from existing? I don't. I actually make sure that I just take a long. I just make sure that I take a long rest from drawing after I'm working on this. So once I'm done, once I'm done with this, I will do a different motion that does not require this amount of effects to it. Therefore, it does create the. Therefore, I won't be able to I won't be able to do the textures anymore for now like a day, but tomorrow I will be done. And if we fix it now, we don't even have to work on it anymore, and then we can just casually do the coloring, which doesn't require this motion, which doesn't require this sharp turning motion that every single time I take. So that's good. That's good. Just remember that this is actually one of the most important things to be. I mean, it's a very nasty little complex that I'm dealing with right now. Oh boy. And of course I cannot see here what I'm doing, so I guess it's like this, and then I need to and then go for it. Yeah. Right. Cool. And I can now go for this one. Yep. And the main issue that I'm always facing with these things is like, texture is a really nasty complex because it can either go wrong or it can go really well. And it all depends on what you're or how you deal with things or certain events that are occurring. Like, you know, I had no clue what kind of texture I want on this. I know that I want to have like a rough skin texture on it, so I do have a clue what I want, but I didn't know how to get to it. And the only way to get to such a texture is like, you know, working around it and see like, oh, well, this works, or this works, or this works. And once you're done with figuring out what works and what doesn't work, you know, you get a bigger picture, and then, you know, you can work around with it. And that's most likely what I'm going to be doing right now. And that is just, you know, adding the texture to it where I know that I can do it. And the funny thing is, you know, most of these textures are, you know, just casually created by, you know, me drawing. Oh, I forgot about that, but, well, gonna be fixing that soon then. So let me just take a look at this. Does this create a cool effect? Yes, it does. Also, it darkens up the scales, therefore, you know, you can highlight it later on. Lovely. Let's see. And I forgot some parts. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Just don't you worry about that. I'll fix it later on because, you know, we need to first work on. We're just gonna add the colors anyway later. So this is a part. Then there is, and there is another one here. Alright, cool. Bloody blue, 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 and there is another. So these ones are very tiny, so therefore they are not very important, but they are indeed there, so I need to make sure that I do that. Alright, so later after this I need to add some more of these again. I need to add some more texture on that, and then I can finally do the coloring part here. But yeah, my hand is already feeling really stressed out by the motions that I made. Of course, you know, these motions are, you know, important because otherwise I don't get the texture, but the texture is heavily implied that if I'm doing this motion I need to make sure that I have the texture correctly done. Yeah, like that, boom, easy. Also there's another one here. Don't mind if I just take the spotlight here. There you go. There you go. Easy. And that will work, right? That will work. Alright, cool. We've done that. Now we need to actually change up. Now we need to actually go back to this one right here and go back to the. Yes, this one. And then I need to find those little boys. Or were they there? There they are. So one is there, and then that is it. And then I need to now get the colors up and running again. So grab the color and go to the place where we need to be. There you go. Easy as that. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, we need to let's see. Ah yes. Color things up again. So now that we've done that, we now need to have a color on top. So let's go for a color. Let's pick up a color that we want, that we know that we have. We have this color right here. And we're gonna say, well, you know what? We want a little bit more like... no. Brownish? Brownish maybe? Probably. See if it works. Ooh. 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 Brownish effect. So that's what it does. Awesome. Let's just go for brown and then see what's going on later on. This is actually quite cool effect, I must say, but I'm missing some colors here. But you know, don't you worry about anything here. Fix it. I'll fix it. That does create a cool effect already. Nice. See? I told you that it would work. That's what I mean. It's just, you know, if you add, you know, colors towards a problem, and then you figure out like, oh well, that works, or that works, or this works, then you're gonna get yourself your problem solved later on. You just need to figure out what kind of color you need, and then, you know, work around with that. Of course, you know, this look maybe look like green, but yeah, you know, we're gonna figure out like which color do we want as base color, and then, you know, figure out then later on what colors do we want. So we have these colors now, which is good. Which is good. Now we need to figure out like, alright, let's put a layer style on it. Boop, boop, come on. Give me a laser style, please. Oh, there you go. Finally. We want a color overlay, and we want, well, you know, what kind of color do we want as overlay? We want green? No, we want, I guess this is a good one to go for. I'm gonna say, well, you know what? Go for that color. You can already see like, oh well, what now? Well, this happens. Somehow we're back in business again. So if we're gonna go for white, what happens then? Huh. Cancel. Alright, and then I'm gonna be just saving this color right here, and then I'm gonna be adding, switch this up to blue. Yeah. See what happens. So this is what happens if we're gonna go for blue effect. Alright. So we can go for that kind of effect. So the main layer is not dead, and I assume, right? The layer, this layer is not, this layer is underneath it, yes. So if we're gonna go for blue, this is actually quite pretty dark blue, right? Yeah. And if we're gonna go for white blue, what happens then? Oh, whoa, what? Oh, all right. All right, so That's some neon coloring. Holy hell. That's some cool neon effect though. I must say myself that is not the color that I want. I actually need to keep it with dark, because otherwise it won't work. Right? Yes, it won't work. It won't work if I'm not keeping it on dark. So I believe this is the right color to go for. Or we can go for the blue one. Oh, we can go for the obsidian one if we want to. Do we want obsidian one? No, because we technically need to represent this as a skin, not as a stone obsidian on the hair. So we need to have the effect. That's true. We need to have the effect, so we need to get a little bit more darker into it. Like this one right here. Yes, awesome. All right, cool. Finally. So we're gonna go for this kind of effect here, and then we need to get the. Now we need to actually have the effect go around. So to do that, we need to actually implement the light dark effect. So we need to go for this one. I'll press that button, and we're gonna add now some lighter colors to it. So now we're gonna go for this. All right. Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to do, isn't it? Yep, it is. Lovely. That's too light. Oh, I'm using this on the same layer. Oh, hell no. I'm not gonna do this on the same layer as the other one. Oh, hell no. I'm gonna add some sweet ass second layers to this. No. So now the quick question is like, how are we gonna do this? Well, does this work like this? And then, add the blend to it. Does that work? The quick question is, if it works, am I satisfied with it? Well, it does work. Alright, cool. That does create a cool effect to the pattern. Alright, that does create a cool effect on the pattern, yes. I like that. That created a cool effect to the pattern, right? Yes. But it is a very terrible color to go for. Ugh. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah, much better, but not the color that I want. What if I'm gonna go for something like orange, maybe? No, I don't want that either. Do I want to have for red then? Red approach? No, not that either. Grayscale? Nope. This is harder than I thought. Do I want this color instead? Nope. Difficulties. Little difficulties are always there, no matter where you look at it. That will work. That does create the obsidian effect though, but in the wrong places. God damn it. This one is harder than I thought it would be. Because we have now the obsidian skin effect, which is doable, and then we are... fuck it, I will go for it. It's a doable effect, though, you know, I need to then make sure that I have also the effect on the... on the skin itself. Oh man, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to do. Well, like I always said, I have never done this before, so fuck it, I can do it. And you know what? I'm blam right up on that part. It's like this. Wait. I need to grab then two colors, right? I need one color like this. I need that color, and I need this color right here. So this is the first color I need. And then I need a second color. Alright, so what I'm gonna be doing then? So I need to put that, yeah, I need to put it like that. Alright, fine. This is gonna be hard. Well, I never said it will not be hard. And then, you know, grab the other color. Nice. And then, you know, grab this color again. And then grab the other color again. Oh boy. Alright, cool. And then, you know, we need to make sure that I have that part over there done. Oh boy. Let's see. Only 1 hour left after this. Boo -boo. This is exhausting. It's exhausting. Why? Because of the amount of stuff I need to do. And it's a heavy focus. It's a heavy focus one. And I can grab this one again. Say, well, oopsie daisy, I got a little bit far away there. See, like that. And now, grab this again. God damn it. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to get everything done. And then grab this one again. It's a lot of back and forwards on this one. Definitely lots of back and forwards. And then grab this one again. And go back here. Alright. And that's how you do it then, right? Yeah, indeed. How lovely. Oh boy. Let's see. Boom, baby. Alright. Yes. Alright. How far are we? We're halfway there, right? Yeah, we're halfway there. Jeez Louise. Well, it does look normal. So that's good. That does look like a normal fucking thing right here. So we're doing a great job getting the effect that we want. Rah, blah. Gaping and everything. Jeez Louise. Alright. So we do get the effect that we want. Is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it by the looks of it. So we get the effect that we want. We want the effect fully under this belly so that we are done with this today. But holy hell, that takes a long time to do. Jeez Louise. And then I also need to do the magma effect on it? Yes, I do. Jeez. I thought I had a good, easy peasy lemon squeezy drawing. No, not today. Not today again. Today we're dealing with the big giant big lakes. We're dealing with the big boy Steve expeditions. Because holy hell, this is always like, you know, what drawing is about. You know, you figure something out and it's like, ah, well, if I want to achieve this or that or this, and then it's gonna be like, oh yes, I need to achieve that. Well, then I need to do this as well. And then you realize like that that is a lot of work. And then you're gonna be crying to yourself like, yes, it is a lot of work. And you're gonna be saying like, oh my god, why did I do this? And yeah, that's the thing that I'm normally asking myself, like, why the fuck did I do this? And I'm always like, well, because you're motivated to do it. And I'm like, yes, but why is my mind like, I want to draw like this? And it's like everybody else is like, no, don't do that. That takes a long time. And it's like, yes, but it's also very relaxing. I'm very I'm a very fond person when it comes for relaxing. Also, look at how much stuff I can get done if I do this like this. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna be going for some magma experience, I guess. Also in Skin Height, I believe. Yeah, probably. So yeah, lots of work, lots of drawings, lots of doings, and lots of fun. That is the most important thing that you can have. If you like drawing, then and you're having fun while drawing, then yes, you're doing a great job. Because you know you want to have fun on your drawing. You don't want to have no fun on your drawing. That's sad. Why don't you want to draw? Why don't you want to draw just for fun? If it is something that motivates you to through the night, you know, it is very important. Like for instance, I really like being motivated like that. And yeah, I'm very happy upon what I'm achieving right now. Because I'm learning new stuff. I'm learning how to draw skills. I'm learning how to get the skills from point A to point B. Therefore, you know, making a better look on the skills. Of course, you know, it might not be the best of the best, but these the skills that I want. So I don't mind. I don't freaking mind. Alright, time to grab this little bottle of joy again and put it somewhere I can use again. Like right over there. Why do I need these bottle of joys there? Because I am not able to reach that. And I'm going this way. Alright. Time to put that bottle of joy back into business. So yeah, it's a very unique experience, I must say myself. Especially discovery, that's always my favorite kind of experience I want. Because you know, discovering something new is a very unique experience. Like, I know that I can draw the textures, I just don't know how the textures are going to be working out once they are fully colored. Therefore, I'm always amazed like, oh wow, if I'm using that kind of texturing, then that will work. Most of the textures are always hand-drawn because, you know, I cannot trust I don't have stamps. So, just easy. I don't have stamps for it. So I need to draw it handily. Of course, I would be a smart boy if I had stamps, but nah, I'm not that smart. So yeah, being able to figure out how to do things, how to get to from point A to point B, figuring out like, oh yes, I need to do that, or oh yes, I need to do that. Yeah, that really works and creates, you know, the effects that I want. Long-term effects, of course, last forever, and so, you know, I am very happy upon the result what I was giving to. So yeah. And the main issue that I'm always facing with these things is like, you know, I want to learn how to draw properly. I like to learn drawing. It's one of my favorite things to learn. Watching other people draw, that's also very fun to do. Because you learn things, or you learn new techniques, or you see like, oh well, they're doing it like that, or they're doing it like this, and then it's like, ah, well, if I do it like that, what kind of result would I get? And then, you know, you get even better at it. It is it's a unique experience that does drive me very motivate. It drives my motivation. It's like, ah, I want to learn how to do stuff. I also want to learn how to do certain types of stuff that I cannot do normally. Let's do that. Now time for a little light show. And then I should be done. Alright, let's do this. It's funny how the blend tool actually works in my favor here. Because the textures that I created, they create this effect, this rippling effect that, you know, is felt throughout the whole texturing. So if I highlight certain types of stuff, also the texture will reveal new stuff. Like for instance here, boom, instant reveal. Which is really handy dandy, I'll tell you that. So yeah. Alright, cool. We did it. We successfully did it. Well done, me. Thank you, me. Alright, compliments on the chef, I would say myself. Alright. Just saving it up a little bit. So now that we've done that, I can now take a bigger look at it, and it looks like that looks like a decent sketch. Though we can see a problem. There is where the problem lies. Alright. The problem is not this one. The problem is not this one. If it was this kind of group, you know, the little group here, it would have been. But no. It is actually the group, this group right here, which is the problem. So how do we fix that? How do we fix group A from point B, from group A to point B? Well, we're putting it into a different group. Why are we putting these things into a different group? Well, because we need to. If we don't do that, you know, if we don't put these into a group, then, you know, we are unable to work with it. And we want to work with it. Trust me, this is very important. So now that we have put this into a group, we can now say, well, layer style this bad boy, and say, well, we want to have a new color on it. Why do we want to have a new color on this? Because we actually need to have a new color on it. So we're going to go for just casual blue first, just to see how that works. Hey, blue. Alright, cool. We have now casual blue. That is casual blue for you. Now, since we do not want to have casual blue, we actually want to have dark blue. Can we also do that? Yeah, we can. Awesome. So now we don't want that. We actually want to have like a lighter color on top of it. So we want this. Multiply, divide, subtract, dark, and lighten up. Can we lighten it? Yes, we want to lighten it. Yes, there you go. There's my bad boy. So now you can see what I mean here. So we want to have like this kind of color that works with it. That is indeed almost the color I want. No. I'm gonna be looking up some colors. Color codes! Grant me the power of color codes. Charcoal. Black. Cool, thank you. Don't mind if I steal that code of yours. Don't mind if I steal that code of yours. Stealing the codes. Feel like a true hacker now. Alright. That is the color I want. Now we're gonna go for a little more darker. Now we're gonna say, well, we want to color it into that color. Can we do that? Yes. Let's see. We want. What do we want? We want it to be like this, right? We want to have like this kind of effect. Yes. Alright, a little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Awesome. Well, now we're gonna say, well, screw you. We don't want this guy into it. And we also don't want this guy into it. Because, you know, this one doesn't belong there. Boom. Now we only have our friends. And we only have this guy over here into it. So now we only have the things that we want into it. Which is good. Because that's what we want. So now we can say, well, you know what? Layer style. We're gonna be coloring it up a little bit more on the darker side. So we want a little more darker. There you go. A bit darker. Can we do that? No. That doesn't work. Right, a little bit lighter then. Come on. Come on. Why are you not working anymore? Dick. Why are you not working? Tell me why you are not working, because apparently you're not working when I say you need to work. Which is a dick. If I say I want to have this color right here and change it up to that kind of color, I want that color. I don't want to have you just, you know, lighten the color with this color. Come on, give me the lightening with that color. No, you just want to break. You break. All right. Boo. Boo. Software that doesn't want to work around with me. It's always so fun when it happens like that. I want that kind of color, but I don't want to. No, I want the color, but why is it not working anymore? It's because I did not because I removed the two layers that are interactable with it. Don't tell me I need to put those things back into it and then say like, well, you know what? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, my bad. My bad. I pressed the button. Oh no, I pressed the button again. Jeez Louise. Well, good news is I figured out what the problem was, so hooray for me. Alright, back in business. Now we need to figure out how to do that. So we want... close. Almost. There you go. Awesome. Now we do have that effect. Now we only need to fix the effects that are in the What I have, which one is it? I believe this one, was it right? No, that was not it. Hmm. No. Ah, no. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Alright, cool. Found it again. Yes, these things I need to have. See, the main problem here is that I need to add some more uh, color towards those things. So I'm going to be doing that. Because I noticed... Hi. That's not the color I want. This is the color I want for this part here. Hmm. So this here, this part here. There's more parts that need to be colored in a little bit. The main issue with those parts were that they were like, you know, not at all visible. Like this. Yeah, this part here. Now everything is fixed, right? Yeah, close to it. Alright, cool. I fixed it. That is, it's a good hooray for me now. And, let's see. All the color codes are correct. Yes, yes. Alright, cool. That makes things more cool. That makes things way more better than before. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, we have succeeded in making the top skin. That is good. That is amazing. Alright, how much time did we do for that? 40 minutes in an hour. So in 1 hour and 40 minutes we are able to successfully make the whole skin into, you know, the effect that we wanted. Good? Yes. Awesome? Yes. Alright. Do what now? I could work on the bottom half of it, but I don't want to. I actually want to work a little bit on the drawing part. Why? Because my hand is a little bit tired from all the texturing, and we need to fix that. So, since we've done that, we're gonna make a new map. We're gonna make a new map on top of this quick group. So we have this part right here, boom, which is all of it, you know, all of this, all of the drawing right here, and you know, it disappears quite quickly, and we need to have it appear again. So yeah, all right. So since we want to draw, I assume that I want to go for pure black here, and I actually want to have a pencil for this. 3.1? No. 5, I believe, is the good one here. Yes, 5. 5 will be fine. So, the idea here is that we are drawing, you know, these these hands, alright? And if I want to truly do this correctly, I can say like, well, I want to have a little bit, you know, less. I want to have transparency on this, and I can say like, well, so the idea here is that I'm gonna go for this kind of approach. So that's the hand fully drawn. Alright. Since we want to go for that kind of hand, how do we want to end that up? Well, first things first, we want to actually have the hands like that. We want to, you know, put some nice nails on it. Big nails. We can go for big nails if we want to. That's an option 1. We go for the big nail approach with big claw hands. But then this does not, well, it does create the effect, but I need to get them this over there, yes. No, I don't want that. That is too easy. That's too easy of a hand. I do want to keep this kind of approach. I do want that. True. I need to grab my original painting. Oh well, drawing, not painting. Let's see, how does it look? One hand is metal, the other hand is not. So one hand does need to have the claws, the other hand does not. The left one does not have it, the right one does. Alright. So this one actually has, you know, the armor on top of it. So it is like, you know, armor plated like so, and then alright, with the joint part as well. So it has a joint part, so it should be like this kind of effect, and then in the middle it's gonna be like right over here. So that's the effect. Now we only need to make sure that we have the whole panel done. So that's the panel effect on this. So we have this. Now we can go for another one here. And then another one here. Alright, cool. So it's gonna be like this kind of approach then, right? Yeah. And then the quick question is, what does it look like afterwards? Well, it has like these kind of braces on top of it. So this all is the same. Cool. And then yeah. Alright, cool. Cool. That is actually quite doable. So this is the hand. With the gauntlet part done right over here, putting it like this. So then I need to do it like that. Does make it look a little bit confusing. Right. So now the quick question is what I'm gonna do with this. I don't want this. This is too old, I feel. Yeah, it does feel too old for the kind of style. Do I want to have that big giant? I just want to have the metal part here. So if I want to make this metal looking, how do I do that? I want the arm to be represented, or be able to represent by, you know, the metal. Sure. But I also want to keep the part of the arm, you know, separate. So I want to have the arm. Here's the hand, or here's the thumb part. So, yep, this is supposed to be there. So how do we do that without fucking over my own drawing? Let's see. If I'm gonna go for this kind of approach, I could do that. That's doable. And have a big giant metal plate on the shoulder on the back arm, right here. That's a doable one. It's a doable one, yes. So we have this. Have that effect. True. So I can then do that effect right here. Yes. Now I only need to figure out how to do this part. So because this is a truly difficult part here, I need to figure out how to add the armor. Stack it. Because we know that this works like that, and I know how this is going to be going, oh yes, alright, fine, I guess. If we put it like that, that would work actually. Because then we have, like, you know, in the thumb rule, so if we have like this in the that should work, because here's the other arm and we have like this underneath it, so it's like on top of its hands. Yes. Alright, cool. And then I can actually implement that part right over here, and it should be done there, and now it works. Alright, now it works because we can actually implement this armor as a gauntlet. Yeah, we can put this as a gauntlet, so we can actually have like And then, you know, this would actually make sense. So, that would make sense, but this would not make sense at all, this part. I could also just make it, you know, casual looking metal, or casual, not instead of metal, I could actually go for the molten skin approach. Baby! That's actually a way more smarter idea. Then I could actually skip the whole damn thing of armor. Yeah, I could do that, and then, you know, keep only the armor at the parts where it is necessary. Ah, genius. Just utterly genius. Oh. Alright. So we're gonna keep it like this, but instead of, you know, having claws, you know, being extended, we actually want to have like bigger claws. Because this is all molten rock. So this is all on top of the claws they are. Yes. So this could be like, you know, the same thing approach as this one. Right here, this part. So I mean this part right here. So yeah. And that way we actually implement the effects that we actually had before again. Yes. I'm getting smarter at it. I'm getting smarter at the beginning. I'm getting better at it, trust me. So now, how do we do that? How do we get this effect on top of it? So we want to have these molten rock effect. So we want, like, you know, bricks by bricks effect. We could implement it like, hold on, we could implement it if we have this and then put a second layer. Put that layer on it, layer style, and then put the texture on it, stroke pattern, and a pattern overlay. Say we want those rocks again, those sweet ass rocks. We're gonna say, well, what do we want to draw? Well, we want to draw these rocks on top of it. Well, we don't want to draw white, we want to actually draw blue on top of it. That's not the texture I want. Layer style, stroke pattern, overlay, fully overlaying. I don't want to have that. There you go. So if we add that part right over here and put that like that, put it like this. We want to have these stone claws on top of it, you know, just casual stone claws. That's the idea of it, at least. Then we also want to have, like, right over here, we want some parts here, some parts here. Then we also want to have like a part right over here, because, you know, That's what we want. And then we want to have like another pot right over there again. And we want to have like, you know, this filled up into the brick. So how do we do that? Well, we're just going to be looking for the crack pots that we don't want. So now we're going to just casually, you know, remove some pots. So we're going to just casually, you know, that's a good pot to get for, that's a good pot to get for. That spot here, yes. This needs to be removed. This as well. Here you need to go for, yes, thank you. Rock. Rock. Of course, you know, this is not fully done correctly, so I'm gonna go for this. That one. So we're just casually breaking the rocks a little bit apart to get to the point where we want to be. Right. Still like almost feeling like playing with aluminum foil. But I don't mind. I actually don't mind this. It's just, you know, casually getting to from point A to point B. This will get us there anyway. Alright. Right. Go. Put this apart. Lovely distortion everywhere because I'm ripping apart the textures. I love when that happens. Let's see if it works if I now can just, you know, casually do the blending part. Let's see what happens. Creating new textures out of nothing. Love it. It's like, but yeah, blending tool does not work with textures. Oh shit, I love it. So that's gonna be good. Because I don't want this part here. I want this part removed. Yeah. So that is a cool. That's a cool effect that I can go for. So if we have that effect, like the same effect on the top side, that will cause, you know, the effect to be there again. And you can see that it is actually around the whole damn hand. So one of these hands is full with molten rock and the other one isn't. That creates the effect that I want, because then the effect is correct. Awesome. Well, that works. That works. That works. Hi, 35 minutes already. Alright. So we have now successfully designed the hand for what we want it to be. Like, you know, the armor part that we want on the hand, and then the other one doesn't have it. So I'm very happy. And then, you know, this will actually work. I think. Yes, it will. I'm gonna leave it here. Yes, I will, because I'm a little bit out of energy right now, and I am not able to continue onwards. I think I did a pretty good job on it anyway. So yeah, I already have now designed the hand for the next time we're gonna work on it, but first I want to finish up the face itself. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna fix up the head piece, and then we finally gonna be starting on the hands, because you know the hands are easy to do. The armor parts are gonna be a pain in the ass to do though, because of all the stuff I need to do with it. Anyhow, I think I will leave it here. It's 30 minutes before I actually should leave, but my hands are a little bit painful, so yeah, I'll leave it here. So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and I'll hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day. Bye!